Assalamu alaikum. This is a recording of my poster based on the research titled The Effectiveness of a Shadowing and Video Tracking Based Program on Developing English Oral Skills and Motivation Towards Them. The present study examined the effect of shadowing and video tracking instruction on TEFL oral skills and motivation development. The study tried to investigate any significant difference in the oral performance of students who learned through shadowing instruction and those who learned through regular instruction. Thus, the study participants, 60 pupils, were selected and randomly divided into two groups: the experimental group and the control group, 30 pupils per group. The necessary oral skills were determined using a checklist approved by a jury of specialists in TEFL. Then a pre-post oral test and a motivation scale were designed and administered to the study participants. The test was pre-administered before the experiment. During the experiment, which lasted for 2 months, 8 weeks, the experimental group was taught using shadowing and video tracking instruction, while the control group received regular instruction. The study results revealed that the students' performance in the experimental group improved due to the shadowing and video tracking instruction. The idea of shadowing and video-based tracking emerged from the problem that students learn English as a foreign language and they don't have the opportunity to use English in their daily activities. So the exposure to language is not enough to communicate and practice language and also develop their fluency and their pronunciation. Learners are expected to be fluent in communicating with others. This is why oral skills should be emphasized. Oral skills are used for communication and social interaction in international scope. People from different ages, including pupils, enjoy audio-video resources from different genres. Shadowing and tracking technique could be used by English transcript audio-video to be one of the unique ways and alternative technique in teaching and developing oral skills. Shadowing Hamada defines shadowing as the act or task of listening in which learners track heard speech and vocalize it as clearly as possible while listening attentively to the incoming information. And Willardson stated that video tracking refers to the practice of listening and speaking in which students speak along with videos in the target language. There are 4 research questions, which were: what are the oral skills required for the second year preparatory school students? What is the suggested program for developing the required oral skills using shadowing and video-based tracking? What is the effectiveness of implementing shadowing and video-based tracking program on developing second year preparatory school students' English oral skills? What is the effectiveness of implementing shadowing and video-based tracking on developing second year preparatory school students' motivation towards oral skills? The methodology implemented a descriptive approach to review the literature and studies related to the subject of the research and collecting data on shadowing and oral skills. The quasi-experimental design, which was used in the experimental part of the research to investigate the effectiveness of shadowing and the video tracking on developing oral skills and motivation. The results and the discussion of the research were presented in tables and using SPSS software. As you see in the table, this table shows that the value of the oral skills mean scores of the experimental group was higher than that of the control group in the post-administration of the oral skills test. As you see in the figure on the right, which is the implemented program outline, these are the stages they followed. Started with pre-test administration, then the implementation of the program based on the oral skills checklist and course book. The implementation followed certain plan to be implemented, like unit objectives, lesson objectives, and teaching aids, strategies followed, interaction patterns, warm up, and presentation. The presentation stage was pre-shadowing to help students get ready for the shadowing technique and learn the new vocabulary, focus on some pronunciation of some words, then present them the oral shadowing as they listen and shadow in the real time. Then after that, students listen and see the words in the video-based shadowing stage. After that, students practice and produce language to check that they developed, they change it to be more fluent. Okay, and during all these stages, I followed the formative assessment and provided feedback for students. And at the end of the program, there was a post-test administration, which resembles summative assessment. Thank you very much for watching my video.